Beau here, and welcome back to the video. Today I'm in Oaxaca City. I'm gonna show you exactly what you can get for $10 at Oaxaca City in the market. Let's do it. So there has been a change of plans. The market I was planning on going to was Abasto, and they told me absolutely not. By the way, this is Juan and Alex. Well, they will be with me today for the video on how to spend $10 in Oaxaca. So now we're gonna go to Fermented November? And check out that market. It's a little smaller and it's a lot safer. The Abasto market, they said absolutely not. I was crazy to want to go there with this camera. So we're gonna go with plan B.
This is mango in vinegar. I've never had it before, but it's pretty good. It kind of like ferments it a bit, and she was saying that the juice turns into something like tepache, which is like fermented fruit juice also. But it's interesting. I don't think it's been there too long. It's still a little mango-y, but it's a little vinegary, acidic, and they put chile. I don't know what chile they used this time, but it's similar to tajin, if you've ever had it. It's pretty good, and it's 10 pesos, so can't go wrong with it.
¿Puedo repetir el paquete?
El paquete es 1 kilo surtido. Lleva medio kilo de carne, cuarto de enchilada y cuarto de chorizo por 210.
¿Está bien?
Sí. Está bien. Los llevo a la mesa.
Muchas gracias.
We just made it to Fermented November at Maty. Supposedly this place has the best meat.
Alright, so these are called guajes. You can kind of find them everywhere, really. My grandmother actually makes a sauce out of these. She uses, I'm not sure what kind of chili she uses, but she uses these as the base with meat. I stopped by a stall that had these. They were just like chilling in a little cup. So I asked the lady at the stand if she had any salsa made of these, and she didn't have any, but she told me I can ask around, and then she just gave me some. So I was actually opening up right now and trying them, and they taste a little spicy, kind of like a raw sunflower seed, maybe. But yeah, they're pretty good.
Our meat just showed up. It cost me, my portion was about 100 pesos. So far we've spent 110 pesos with 90 pesos left, which is $4.50. I don't know what we're gonna do with the rest of that, but we're gonna try this meat.
So they give us tortillas, cecina, chorizo, and it's like marinated pork. ¿Cómo se llama esto?
Cecina.
Cecina. Ah, ¿y esta?
Tasajo.
Okay. Cecina, asajo.
Up first is the asajo. I have a little bit of avocado and some salsa in there. Wow. Really, really good. Salsa's definitely spicier than I thought. And it's actually like more of like a beef jerky texture. Like it's really, really, really thin, you can see. But I would give it like an 8 out of 10. Flavors are incredible. One thing I learned about Oaxaca City in general is they don't really use a lot of forks and silverware. So far from like my street food and stuff, they're always like, last night whenever I got my meal, they were like, use your fingers. So I was like, okay. So pretty much everything here is you use your fingers. If you need some meat, you rip it. So up next is the chorizo. I did the exact same thing with a little bit of avocado right in there, just about 1 bite worth. It's good. Chorizo is always a little difficult for me because whenever I was in Chiapas, I ate way too much in one day to mess up my stomach for 3 or 4 days. So I like chorizo, but I'm always very, very careful now because it's so greasy, but it's so good. I would give the chorizo probably a 7.5 out of 10.
7.5? I give it a 10.
But okay, so Alex would give it a 10, but she hasn't had. It was a rough week in Chiapas. Up next, we have the cecina, which is the marinated pork. Exactly the same. Put a little avocado. I skipped out on the sauce because I put a little bit on the first time and it was a little too spicy for me. Maybe I'm a wimp, but let's give the cecina a try. It's good. I would call it just a little bit dry, but the issue is that whenever its meat is so thin, it's hard to keep the juice in something this thin, but the flavor's there. I would give cecina an 8 out of 10. It's really, 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 really good. If I just ordered this, I wouldn't be disappointed, so pretty awesome. Last but not least, we have the cactus. It's a bit sour, I don't know. It's really different. Not sure if I like it, not sure if I don't like it. I don't even know what to compare it to. It's like, it has like a pepper texture, but it's not spicy.
All right, so my favorite meat out of all the meats that we got some beef, pork, and chorizo. I really like the beef. It was very simple, salty, not too much added to it. I think the pork was also really good. It was a little dry, but I think the spices made up for it. Sorry.
I just covered up the sound.
And the chorizo is good too. It is a little soft, but my favorite, I'd go with beef for sure.
Yeah, I think my favorite would be the beef. It's got the right amount of salt, no marinade, and it tastes like the smoke from the charcoal, so it's what I like a lot. I wasn't too much of a fan of the marinade for the pork. It was still good. I like mixing it up, pork with the beef in the same taco. And chorizo was also a little soft for my liking, but it was still good. Yeah, I think I'd rate the place overall, give it a 10. Yeah.
I'd give it a 10 out of 10 too.
My personal rating of the place is probably a 9 out of 10. However, I'm kind of spoiled because I went to the best burrito place in Tulum. And if you want to watch that video, it's right up here, right up top. You can click it, check it out. Marbell is a close friend of mine and makes the best burrito in Tulum. But I would definitely rate Maty's 9 out of 10. I'll probably be back, definitely. After that delicious lunch, our next thing on the agenda is I have 90 pesos left, and there's this little girl at the hostel, I think it's one of the employees' daughters, and she's like, maybe one or two. I want to go buy her a toy with our last 90 pesos and see what we can get. So we just bought some grasshoppers from the lady up front for 20 pesos, so count that into the budget, but don't worry, even though I'm spending the budget, I'm still looking for that toy. Cheers.
All right, cheers.
They're like chili lime flavor. But yeah, it's crazy because grasshoppers are very, very, very high in protein, and like if you count like the amount of protein that's actually in here is a lot. You guys like them?
Yeah, I want more.
¿Cuánto? No, ese es 80. Ah, ese es 80.
Just bought this doll for 120 pesos, so we are technically bankrupt. Sucks, but that's just the way the cookie crumbled. I wanted to get a doll for the girl, and the one that was within the budget was small, and I wanted one that was a little bigger. So overall, I spent around 230 pesos, I believe, for the day, about 11.50. So hey, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and like always, Beau out. It's absolutely crazy the amount of food that you can get here for 300 pesos. we were on a $10 video, but my portion was 100 pesos. But 300 pesos, we got all this food, which is enough for probably 5 or